Welcome to Think Alive. We're Sharon and Andy, just two people with a dream and a vision of restoring our traditional stone-built farmhouse in southern Spain, transforming it into a beautiful off-grid home and sharing our journey with you. Good morning everyone.
Welcome back to the Thinker.
It's a scorching day again. I've got my tissue, I'm dabbing.
Melting already. It's morning, it's early, we're still melting. This heat's just relentless at the moment.
We shouldn't complain about the weather, it's very British of us, but I'm afraid it is really getting to us now.
The limit, yeah, it's starting to wear us down a bit. Last few weeks we've been demolishing, ripping out, preparing the old kitchen which is behind us. We've actually done all that, or pretty much. There might be some odd little tweaks that need doing, but generally it's all done. Started rebuilding it, started with the window which we got in, and today, heat permitting, at least want to try and get this opening closed off a bit, because that'll help to keep some of the heat out of the house. It's generally pretty cool in there, isn't it?
It is, yes.
But this heat still comes in through these gaps here, so the more we can keep out the better. So, yes, it's not going to renovate itself, as I say, so...
We've got to carry on regardless.
We'll keep plodding, so let's crack on, shall we?
Let's do it.
So here it is, the window in question. We managed to get up the sides, done a bit. I've taken out the foam that I used initially to lock it in place while we started on this. I've spent an hour or so this morning selecting some stones, which I'm not going to pick up because they're all laid out there exactly where they need to be to go in the top here. So I'm going to get a mix on, get this top closed off first and then work on closing the sides. We may have a look at outside, it depends how hot it is out there because the sun slowly comes round. At the minute it's in the shade, but we don't know how long for, not for long. So onwards and upwards. Right, okay, I've got it all damped down, I've wet my stones down, got a bucket of stone glue, just get it in without, don't want to get it on the frame, but I'm bound to. That's one of the reasons we oiled it, it makes it easier to come off. I've also found, no matter how much you try these stones in place and get them all perfect, when you actually come to put them in, it never works out the same. There we go. Let's give him a little tap in. Excellent. Right, I'll carry on. Nearly there. One more to go in the end. We've actually sort of gone in our planned, which is pretty amazing. Oh, you can see that there in the flare. Wonderful. I shall continue. Now we got most of the inside done. You can still see some bits of daylight coming through. You can't go too far with the lime at any one time. It becomes a bit unstable, so we have to take it slowly, but I put the shutter on, it stops the flare. Whether we're going to keep the shutter or not, I'll put one on the outside so we can have the window open with the shutter shut. We're not decided yet. Also, I've used up what was left. I've filled in a bit of a hole there, put a bit of a, started on the sill. Nice bit of flat bit there, plenty more to do on this. I still need to build these sides up, but once this is consolidated what I've just put in, that'll make that a lot easier as well. Same on this, I've got some big holes there, but yeah, it's a lot better than it was so far. At least we can keep the heat out now. And speaking of heat, look, I'm absolutely dripping. It's so hot out here. I'm going back in. Right, it's a little bit cooler this morning and I'm back in the shade. Not for long, but we'll see what we can do. I'll wet all this wall down. I'm going to try and at least get one side built up. I've been chipping, tapping, knocking, whatever, getting stones, trying to find some stones that are suitable. Obviously we want quite a neat corner and a flattish wall, not like this. So I've got a mix on. Do it. Get my glove on. Put it down there a minute. I'm going to start in this corner with this one. That's a sticky one. Give him a good tap in. Where's my hammer? Fab. And these should fit nicely in there now. Just crumbling apart. I think I need to invest in a new trowel. This one. That way, I think. That's him. Lovely. So carry on. Right, that's the best laid plans. You can only go so high with the lime, it's sloppy. I've got up to there on this side and I've started on this side and done a bit more on the ledge, sill, whatever you want to call it. It's sloping down, I don't know if you can tell on there, so obviously any rain that hits it will run off and not run in towards the house. I think I'm going to risk another mix and see, perhaps give it 20 minutes or so for this to suck the moisture out of it and see if I can get another layer on top and get some more filled in. So I've picked out a few more carefully selected stones, give this a good wetting down again. That's and some for the other side as well I've got. Keep it wet. Especially these really dry bits like that. Right. In the right position. Oh dear. Let's get him in there. He'll go lovely in there. So this is a crucial stone. Flies drive me crazy, just one. I picked an interesting one as well. I shall show you why in a minute. Just get him in place properly. So we've got that side done about halfway. The other side pretty much all the way up to the top. The sill is kind of done, a little mosaic thing there. Should look pretty nice when it's finished. Of course we've got the top to do. The reason why this was so important is because I'm going to put a little lintel in there. This one up there, obviously I'm going to clean all the scabby bits off it. Simply just to carry the stones. These are all well supported. It's just to carry the stones as I put them in on the top. They will stick up with a good sticky mix, but if we have a little in, it'll also act as a drip head for any water that comes. We get it in the right position. I did have it worked out once, I'll have to work it out again. Any water that comes down will hit this and drip off onto our sloping sill ledge, stop it going inside. The original windows were all sloping down for some strange reason, so any water that came down the wall ran down and onto the window, which is a bit crazy. As always, we'll point it up when it's dry, when it's all gone off properly. And you might notice we've got a bit of lime on the stones themselves as well. It's not an issue with lime at all. We've been asked a few questions about it. What it does, it dries, and then it starts the carbonation process. If you get it as it's dry, it'll just brush off anything. It's not stuck to anything. It's not yet turned back to rock, which is what the carbonation process is. It draws in CO2 from the air and reverts back to its original state, which is limestone. So if you keep an eye on it, catch it, get it at the right point, any mess, you can just brush it off, and lovely. So I'm going to have to leave that, I think, for now. Let it go off a bit. I might be able to get another mix on in a bit, but the sun is now coming round. It's there, which is not far from me. So it'll be too hot when that happens. You can see on this window here how the top slopes down. This is the workshop little back window. It's not so bad here because we've got a big gutter and eaves coming out over it, but the others don't have that at all. So what happens if the water comes down a wall, it's there, you can actually see the lines where the water's run down there and drips onto the sill. Do I need to fix this at some point? I'm not sure. It's the original window, it's still absolutely solid, so I'm not too concerned about it. It's the workshop. But that's how all the windows were, which is a really bad design flaw. Back on the inside. Yeah, it's looking good. We're slowly getting rid of the gaps. Few more at the top, but as Andy said earlier, can't do too much all at once because the mortar needs to set. Hopefully it'll be done before the end of this video though, but we can't do any more today anyway. No. Because Shannon's been busy. I've been busy. I've not been around much today, as you probably noticed. We've got visitors tomorrow. Our friends Lily and Chris. Special visitors. Tales from the Caveside coming to see us. Lillian's not been over for absolutely ages because if you watch their channel, you know they've got two beautiful dogs, but they can't be left for very long. So they are getting better. Chris tends to pop over and see us, but Lillian's not been for ages. So they're coming tomorrow, going to have a barbecue. And Lillian wants to have a look at what we've been doing. Particularly the cave. Been a long time. Of course, inspect the cave, see if it passes muster. Standing for inspection. Being that they are cave experts, see if we've passed. Yeah, so if you're interested, I think Chris is going to do some filming of me showing Lillian around the place, and that will be on their channel sometime in the future. I'm not sure when, but when they're able, we'll update try and confirm it. Yeah. So anyway, I've got to chop a load of wood up for the barbecue as well, because we're not going to be prepared, because it's been too hot to be prepared. My courtyard's looking beautiful, my new blower sucker thing. Fab. So, yes, let's go and do something different. Let's go and do it. Well guys, look who's here. It's Chris and Lillian from Tales from the Caveside. Hello. We're having a barbecue because it's Sunday and it's our day off. Yeah. But Lillian's not been for absolutely ages because, sorry, the cat has just run off with the chicken drumsticks. I thought, what on earth's she got? You couldn't script that, could you? You just could that right. He is a nightmare. He's the smallest, the youngest and the naughtiest. Anyway, where were we? We're having a barbecue. Yeah, Lillian's not been for absolutely ages because they've got their two beautiful dogs, but they can't be left for too long. So it's usually Chris that pops over and has a beer and a chat. Yeah. So Lillian's here today. I'm going to show around because we've done quite a bit since you were last here. Absolutely, yes. Yeah, when I came in the front door, it's completely different, completely different. Yeah. So, and I think Chris is going to be videoing it. Yes. And they're going to have this video out on their channel in the near future. In the near future. We'll let you know. It's awesome. Okay. It's a really good space for storage. It looks bigger now. Not for getting in and out of. Yeah, it looks bigger than when I was in there. It really does. You got in there? Yes. Okay. Did you fold double? Triple. He had a job getting out, but he got in. Yeah. That's when it was smaller as well. Yeah, I used my belly to bounce out. Ah, okay. A bit like one of them space hoppers. That's a really big space. Yeah, I still don't know 100% what we're going to use it for, but... no, I'm sure you'll do something with it, good with it though. Yeah, it just seemed a shame to block it up, really. For sure, yes. Yeah. Oh, nice bit of marble there. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, so the old window has come out. Yeah. For the first time, we've got glass in our window now. A few gaps around the side we've still got to fill in, but it's looking much better. Extra ventilation. So while Shannon's giving Lily the guided tour, I'm going to tend to the barbecue. It's wood. We're waiting for it to get down to embers. Then we'll be able to eat. So are we all hungry, guys?
Yes, indeed.
Yes. Because it's nearly ready. We've got chicken, sausages, goat chops, burgers, plenty of salad and things to go with it as well. So we're going to enjoy this and we'll pick it back up in the kitchen tomorrow. You can see Lil and Chris's video on their channel. We'll let you know when it's coming out. Right, also we had a fabulous afternoon yesterday. Good food, great company, good chats, etc, etc. But now back to reality. I'm fighting against the sun again. I've started on this wall. Can't remember which way around. This one goes that way, I think. Getting this reveal built up. I want to try and get my lintel put in today so I can build up the top tomorrow. So I shall carry on. And we've managed it before the sun comes round. You can see it's there. Pretty close. We've got our 1870s original style lintel in. This is exactly how they did it when they built it. I've got all the main stones in the sides. That's all done. Just needs pointing up, tidying up. I've just cut one that's going to sit on there to face that off because it's a bit messy. I need to now just find some to go in here to do this top, but I can't do anything. I don't want to mess with that until that's gone off. But yeah, we're pretty much nearly ready. We can probably incorporate this in with the pointing. I want to try and find some flat ones that'll slide in, and then we'll tidy that up under there as well. But for now, as I said, the sun's here. But yeah, very, very happy with that. The bulk of it, the structural thing, is done. So on the inside, if I close that, you might be able to see a bit better. You can still see we've still got a couple of little gaps at the top, which of course when I do the top up there, they'll all be gone. But all the sides are done. These are supported down the vertical of the window frame and with the stones. So as soon as we've got them, we can get these acros out of the way, because then comes the horrendous job of cleaning up all these beams. That's going to be fun. So back inside. We're going to be looking at these ceilings next time I get all this, clean all these beams off, make them all nice. We'll never have a neat edge. It's not the way it is. It's an original vaulted ceiling. We're quite happy with the edge finish there, but there's a lot smeared onto the timber. We'd like the timber to be nice and clean and rich like timber should be. One thing that I love in this house, there are nails everywhere. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 in this beam alone on this side. They must have loved hanging things up because all over the walls, all over the beams, everything is just nails. It must have been maybe what they did in the spare time, hang things up. We're going to take them out. We have got some original handmade nails. I'll spin the camera around. Right, this one here, if you can see that, big, fat, much fatter ones, big fat things. There's a couple of those. We're going to leave those in for posterity and historical value. But all the modern thin ones, yeah, there's another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in this beam. Every single one's full of them. So I'm going to get them out. Hopefully they should come out alright with the claw hammer. If not, yeah, I've got a big case opener that'll get them out as well. Some in the ceiling, some in the walls. They're not coming out too badly out, so they're probably pretty rusty. Oh, that one's got no head on it. Oh dear. Alright, I'll go get the pliers, see if we can get him out. Right, it's about 40 nails out. So all the bits, I've got some bit above the door there. I don't know if you can see that. It's a bit bright in here. Where's my bar? Just gonna pop these out. They can't be doing anything because it's loose. Come on. There we go. More rubbish. Gently does it. I'm not sure what we've got under here. So I'm doing it by hand and not with the any power tools or the air hammer. Okay, that should pour it up nicely. You can make that out. There are stones up here. I should be able to blend them in now. Where's my hammer gonna get? Just a minute. Might be doing a naughty bit there. I think that's stone. Yeah, so we'll blend all these in now when we do the walls, and then the ceiling can just be painted white right around there. Should look alright, I think. Cool, I think that's pretty much everything for in here, preparation wise. There's just a few cable runs in the walls, a couple I need to make a little bit wider. This one, for example, my slot's not quite deep enough for 2 wires. It was probably only designed originally to have 1. That's probably why I did it. So next time we get the air hammer out, I'll just make that a little bit deeper, then we can get these buried into the walls. Other than that though, we're making progress. Right, so this is the first one. Another unusual feature here. There's no vault as such, just a big stone slab sat above. There's one in that corner as well. No idea what they were for. There's absolutely no evidence upstairs of anything. It's just the same old floor. So we don't know, but it's staying. It'll be a feature. Might actually just leave it as stone as well. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. In the meantime, make sure I don't chop through the wire, because that will be far too exciting for today. Next I need to cut a tunnel down the wall where this wire for the socket goes. We're not decided where we're going to have the socket exactly yet. Plus we need to put a junction box in here somewhere to send the light off. We need to put in for the cave, that's for another day. But right now this is where the old wall used to be, so I've got a bit of a groove there, might give me a chance. Let's have a go. Goggles on. It's lovely working above your head with this. Well, that was going great until I ate a piece of marble. I think I'm going to put a junction box in up here where I've already got pretty much a hole. Switch for the cave light somewhere over here. We don't really need much, just a gimmick. And then I'll need to get two cables in here, one for my socket and one to run to the light, which I'm going to have to dig under the floor, but channel into the floor as well. But for now, for ceiling purposes, that's about done. Perhaps need to tidy this up a bit, and I need to sort out the main old kitchen light over there as well. This is the light in question. It's a fantastic light, but it wants to go over the other side, which is not an issue. It just means I need to sort them out. I need to decide what I'm going to put up here, because this is probably just going to be a seating area with a table, we think. So I think just a single light up here, but I kind of need to devise some sort of fitting for it to make it look natural, like it's always been here, like it should have been here, like it's part of the house. So I need to think about that one. And the same on the other side. We might actually wall mount. I'll spin the camera around. I might actually see if that light will wall mount, see what it looks like. Don't know. I'll confer with Sharon. Sharon's just gone shopping. I shall confer with her when she gets back. I might offer it up and try it, because I need to get this cable in the wall as well, get that out of the way. Other than that, we're pretty much near. It doesn't stop us cleaning these beams off anyway, give us a head start that way, but just some of the things you've got to do. Right, okay, back in the cool morning again. I want to try and get these top stones fixed in, the bulk of them anyway. I'm going to try and point it all up later. I've also got a couple of big holes in the bottom down here. No idea why. I'm going to clean them up, so if I get any mix left over, I'm going to throw it in these holes here. Right, so I've just wet the whole area down, so irrespective, even they're going to be working up here, irrespective if I got any mix spare down there, whatever, I can put it straight in and not having to worry about cleaning it and wetting it. So I'm going to do a mix. Well, that didn't go as planned, but it actually went better than planned, which is unusual and amazing. I've managed to get quite a lot in up here. You can't even see it hardly, but I know it's there. So I want to try and finish off, it's the most difficult part, so I want to try and finish off up here first, and then we'll do this lot after. Get the hardest bit out of the way, then you're on a roll then, aren't you? I'll try and show you, but it's not easy. We've got some nice flat ones up there and over there. Just need to fill these gaps in. Yeah, so I'll get on with it. Excellent, right, it's done. Stressful, but they're up there. Just need to leave them well alone now. The rest of this mix now, I'm going to stick that big stone in there. A bit mortar on it already. Remember that one from yesterday. And then get these holes down the bottom filled in. So I'll crack on. Well, I got the hole filled in, I got the big stone stuck in place. At least it was massive, it went right into the wall. At least we won't be getting any snakes in there now. If there are any in there, they're stuck in there, which I'm sure there aren't. Unfortunately, as you can see, the sun is there already. I was hoping to get this all pointed up and looking beautiful for the end of the video, but it's not going to happen. You can't even think about pointing when the sun's about to come onto it, because it'll dry out too quickly and fall out basically. This will be alright because it's had a little while to consolidate, and by the time the sun does come round to it, it'll have consolidated even more. So I will definitely get it finished for Sunday's video though. I'm back on the inside. No light, as you can see, there's no gaps around it. It's done. That's pretty good. We've not done bad, but that's it really.
Scuppered by the sun. Yeah.
Yes, as always.
So I'm just gearing myself up now to start cleaning off the beams in here, but that will be on the next video.
Yes, and it's going to be super hot outside over the next few days again.
Yeah, another heat wave.
It'll be nice to be working in here. So yes, thank you so much for watching everyone. We'll see you on Sunday.